don't even think people realize what just happened. The World Bank, the actual financial backbone of 189 countries. Well, they just picked good old XRP for global payments. That's right. You know how long we've been saying this was coming? All the meetings from back in the day with Brad Garlinghouse, Christine Lagarde when she was at the IMF, Ross Lockout at the IMF, the ECB, the World Bank, the BIS. It's here. While everyone's still watching Bitcoin ETFs and playing short-term games, the entire financial infrastructure, it's quietly shifting directly under our feet. The same guys who built the global monetary system are now testing Ripple's tech. Let that sink in. And once this thing flips on, and you know what? It's gonna flip on. It is game over. The banks, the rails, the liquidity, it all is going to funnel through XRP. So you better buckle up because what I'm about to show you, it's going to connect VolShares 5X crypto ETFs, the IMF's digital currency shift, and the World Bank's official endorsement of XRP. And once you see these dots connected, you're going to realize this isn't speculation anymore. It's the reset, and it's already happening. Welcome back to the Bullwinkle Blueprint, folks. If you're new around here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you're coming back for some more of that real good info, that real data that's provided here, the documents, the proof, you name it, because that's what Rip produces. Hey, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. The more thumbs up we get, the more YouTube pushes this video out to go viral. Without further ado, let's jump into it because we got a lot to cover. Bitcoin, it's floating above 112,000, coming in at $112,091. ETH coming in at 4,104. XRP still holding down that number 5 spot, coming in at $2.49. Total cryptocurrency market cap, well, it's kind of just there, 3.77 trillion. Look, the way the markets look right now, we're probably going to be stuck in the mud for a little bit. A lot of sideways action, maybe more down, some more up, back down, back up. It needs to figure out where it wants to go. After this major liquidation event just went down over the weekend, these markets are completely reset. And it kind of plays into what we've been talking about on this channel. They need to get out all the degens and retail and shake that tree. And they shook it really hard, 19 billion in liquidations, right? And now they can reset these markets. Institutions can start doing what they are going to do. If you still think that like a Binance and BitGet are going to be around in the future and be those cryptocurrency exchanges, I got something coming for you. They will be bought out. They will just be running under a larger entity. There will be a arm of that because these markets are not going to be run by these, everyday person who opened an exchange. They're going to be taken over and run by the major institutions out there. Like, I would not be surprised if Fidelity purchased Coinbase and Fidelity took over Coinbase and ran it. And that's what we're going to see, in my personal opinion. Let's look at the XRP chart real quick before we get into the news. Here we go. This is what we're looking at. You can see this beautiful, beautiful region right here. The good thing about this is that we have started making higher highs on it here. It'll be nice to get a close today up in 266. But your key area of interest on this thing is going to be this 265 to 278 range. That needs to break. Then it opens the door back to $3. And then once again, we got resistance sitting in that mid $3 region. On the downside, because no one ever likes to talk about the downside, but guess what? If there's an upside, there is a downside. Your massive support on this thing is sitting all the way down to 224. You don't want to see 224 get broken. If it does, you're coming back down and you're going back under $2 again. And 190 is kind of that level. If 190 gives, we better hold on and strap in because we are in big trouble. And most likely, if 190 hits and we get a weekly closure on 190, we could probably say that we need ETFs and we need them now. Now let's start with this. VolShares. They just filed for a 5X single stock and crypto ETFs. We're talking Coin, Master, Tesla, Nvidia, and even Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, and yes, XRP. Now pause for a second here, folks, and think about this. We don't have approval for 3X ETF yet, and these guys are already gunning for a 5X. Why? because they know the volatility window is about to explode. They are front running the next wave before regulations even hit. It's like they know something's about to lift the lid off this market. And here's the kicker: government shut down. No active administration in a couple weeks now. These ETFs right here, they can launch automatically. No SEC interference, no delays. Think about that. A 5x XRP ETF launching during a global liquidity crisis. Folks, that's not just bullish, that's a freaking signal. It's the insiders saying, hey, guess what? We are ready for what's next. And Smoke put this out. It's going to get wild here. We got a lot of connections to tie up. And Smoke got all the documents. We're going to show them to you. It states in here, I'm going to blow it up for you looking at the screen. Ripple's Interledger Protocol and XRP are very promising for the payments domain. Let that sink in. The World Bank, the same institution funding infrastructures across 189 countries, is officially naming XRP as part of their monetization blueprint for global settlement. Now, you don't see them in here mentioning, I don't know, Bitcoin, Avalanche. You know what I mean? Insert your crypto in here. They talk about ETH and they talk about XRP. This is not a theory. It is all documented, cited, and published in their technical papers. Ripple's tech isn't competing with the system, folks. It is the system they are upgrading to. I cannot stress that point enough. Ripple is not out here anymore competing. They are just integrating within. We're talking real-time cross-border payments. We're talking instant liquidity and interoperability between central bank systems. XRP is literally the bridge asset that makes it all work. And the timing couldn't be more calculated. Right as the IMF and the World Bank are holding emergency meetings in Washington, D.C. Coincidence? Please. This is choreography. Here you go, Christine Lagarde from the ECB. What's she doing in Washington, D.C.? That rhymed.
Good day to everybody. As you can tell, I'm here in Washington and the IMF World Bank annual meeting are starting now. I just did a CNBC interview to set out the themes and the key points that I think we will be discussing in the coming days. But I'll be very proud to represent our European Central Bank and the policies that we have implemented and developed. I will be also very keen to talk to colleagues to make sure that cooperation prevails rather than antagonism.
There you go. So there's Christine Lagarde. So here's what's happening behind closed doors in DC. You got the IMF, the World Bank, central bankers, all from across the globe are finalizing how to integrate digital assets into the core payment infrastructure of the world economy. And Ripple, they are sitting right in the middle of it because remember, they've already worked with the World Bank before. Ripple literally helped them design frameworks for monetizing clearing payments and back-end payment rails. That's not a crypto company trying to get in. That is an infrastructure partner already inside of the machine. And then you got the ex-IMF managing director, now head of the ECB, saying or telling you that she's in DC and they're looking to fix this stuff. And then it gets even deeper because you have the IMF managing director herself who is saying that we need to accept reality because fiat is moving digital. That is not a suggestion. That is an announcement. They are telling you what is coming. Like they are throwing it out there and they are telling you the blueprint. Here she is right here. This is the IMF managing director telling you that this move from fiat currencies to digital, it is coming. You need to stop fighting it. You need to accept reality on it.
But generally, you tell them to embrace it?
I'm telling countries, accept reality. Fiat money is moving digital. The developments in crypto, both unbacked and backed, they're happening with exponential speed. So yeah, you can try to lock your country away from this. Good luck with it. So yes, I'm telling my members, understand it and then decide for yourself how we are going to operate in this world. But do not close your eyes to reality.
Folks, what she's telling you, she's announcing it. Most people gonna look right past that. They're telling you what's coming, the death of paper money and the rise of programmable finance. The bridge between the two worlds is simple. It is XRP. It's going to be the settlement layer for everything from central bank digital currencies to tokenized assets to interbank transfers. And when they flip that switch, liquidity is going to flood in overnight. So I want you to zoom out for a second. We got Vol shares front running the market with a 5x crypto ETF and XRPs included. The World Bank is literally naming XRP as a global payment solution. The IMF is saying fiat is moving digital. This isn't what if anymore. This is when. We are watching the biggest monetary transition in human history. And XRP, it's at the center of it. Every rock you throw, every stone you flip, folks, Ripple and XRP are just sitting there. So when people say XRP's been quiet, I laugh. Because the loudest moves, you know what? They're always made in silence. Stay alert, stay positioned, and remember, by the time the headlines confirm it, the reset's already done. I hope you enjoyed, folks. I'll be back a little bit later this afternoon. Hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Have an amazing Wednesday.